The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Alongside Carson-Newman baseball coach Tom Griffin, I'm Michael Watchring, and this is the Eagles Sports Network. CN gets ready to host Northwood over the weekend. And, Coach, first and foremost, it's only been 7 games, but we're starting to see a little bit of the identity of this group, and it's a little bit different than the team has been the last couple of years. Pitching is strong. You aren't hitting as many home runs, but you're moving station to station. You're stealing a lot of bases. Your defense isn't quite as strong as it has been in years past. How do you look at the identity, and what have you learned about your group through the first 7 games?
I think we've learned the youth that we have, especially on the offensive side. The power numbers, obviously, not where they were last year, but we had a veteran-oriented group, more mature young men. This year we have a younger group, so as far as their bodies maturing and understanding approaches at the plate, we're still learning that. The positive thing, I think, for those young guys in our lineup is on-base percentage and how we have done a good job cutting our strikeouts down, and our walks have been up. So I think the approaches at the plate, as we talked about yesterday, are really good. Defensively, got to get a little bit tighter in the infield, and I think we will, and we had a good day the other day, so I feel all right there. Catching has been outstanding. I think Ethan Goforth has really led our staff and led our team because of the energy and the passion he plays with. Outfield defense, I think, has been very solid because we have some good team speed. And the arms that we've been able to throw, and some arms we still hadn't gotten in there yet. We got a couple guys that have yet to get any time on the mound that we're hoping to get going because I think we have good depth there. So feel really good about where we're at right now. I like the energy level that we're practicing and training with. Chemistry's been good. They get along. We've been doing the right things on and off the field. So as a staff, I think we're very pleased about where we are right now and the potential that we have each day.
You look at the way that this plays out, you get a very good Northwood team, then you get Lee, who's always been very good, and then you hop into conference play. These next couple games, what's most important to the development of this team before you hop into SAC play against Newberry?
Yeah, not get too far ahead of ourselves, and I know the cliche, one pitch at a time, one game at a time, but it's really about, today's training, what are we going to try to focus on to get better at physically and mentally. And then Northwood's an outstanding ball club with everything they have returning. It'll be their first game. They're going to be juiced and ready to play and get out of the gym. So we saw them last year, and that was a great club. And the way he finished, Jordan did, in that club was outstanding. And then, Lee's always good, Mark Brew, and I think the world of Coach Triplett down there in Newberry, and they're good. That's going to be a good club, and they play very well at home, and we've struggled at their place. So. But the key for us is each day just trying to get better, learn about ourselves. Got a guy like Will Gardner who's changed his role, and now all of a sudden we're using him in the pen a little bit. That's a new role for him. He's got to learn. And so he's figuring out what he has to do. We're fortunate that, we have a guy like Steve Cishek who has been so helpful to us in so many ways that Will was able to call him and say, all right, so Steve, how do you do this gig? How do you prepare as a reliever? And Steve spent time with them yesterday talking about this is what I've done on this level to get myself ready and prepared and what I do the next day and what my weeks are like. That's unbelievable information that we're able to have because we have someone like Steve and type of person he is, but it's a great resource for us to help our players get better each day. And I think the job that Mark and Brandon Roberts and Coach Lambert have been outstanding in developing and helping these guys each day become better.
There are a lot of newcomers. You mentioned that coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
How nice has it been to see guys like Colby Morgan come out of the gates really solid? Ethan Goforth, who didn't get a lot of opportunities last year, to come out of the gates, have a nice start to the season. And newcomers like Dylan Cate and Dalton Long really kind of solidify that weekend staff.
That's great. Part of it is the training they're involved in, and a lot of it has to do where they came from. We've got several guys that play for a travel organization called Exposure Baseball. Brandon Turner is runs that, and he coached with us, and he's coached on the Division I level, played on the Division I level. He does a tremendous job with that organization. When you get a player from there, the kid's pretty prepared to handle competition because of the schedule they play. They come in here and, well, Kobe has seen that kind of pitching. So they're prepared. So getting kids from organizations like that is second to none. And then I think a lot of these guys we knew in high school. We knew a little bit about their background. We knew their coaches. We knew that have a little bit of a football background to them. They kind of fit our mentality and the type of kid that we like here as far as, kind of a lunch pail, tough, grinded out type kid, because I think we're pretty tough on these guys day in and day out. We have a lot of high expectations on how they do things, and they're able to adapt to that. So I think there's a combination of things that allow these guys to have some success here. It's not just us, it's outside of us as well, but it fits what we're doing. And then you got great leaders like your Will Gardners and your Brett Langhorns and Cade Snap and Ethan Goforth, who are like, hey, this is how we do things. Not how you do it, but this is how we're going to do it. And it works well right now. Not every year is that going to happen, but right now, so far, it's been pretty good.
Coach, appreciate the time. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you. Look forward to seeing you guys.
Yes, sir. He's Tom Griffin. I'm Michael Watchring, and this is the Eagle Sports Network.